Back again, another week. Views from the Chair podcast. It's me and Dill this week. We riding Dolo, no guests.
Fucking Dolo, dog.
Yeah, so we gonna give y'all what y'all used to. I know y'all was loving the guest pods. Got a couple more for y'all, but had an action packed week as far as news and I guess both our lives as well. What you get into this weekend?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had my buddy Brandon coming on this week, and he had, funny enough, he had to cancel because he had some kid shit to do, and that was going to be a big portion of the conversation is how you balance corporate life with being a married man of 20 years plus having 3 kids that are all actively involved in sports and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure if we can't obviously we can't do it this week, but I'm sure next week or the week following we'll get him on, and that'll be intriguing. But yeah, I mean, we lucked out this week. This would be the week to not have a guest because there's a lot of shit, and we both had fucking weekends.
Yeah.
I'm still dead.
Like, yeah. Ain't recovered yet.
I'm recovered, like physically, but like how you just like I'm drinking wine now, so I must be recovered. But you know how like after just like binge drinking, like because I had the hangover patches, which I think everybody should have.
Mm-hmm.
The hangover patches and the Pedialyte. Like you should just do it or drink a shit ton of water or so. I don't fucking know. But like I'm not going into it. Like I'm not raw dogging a hangover these days. I'm 30. I don't got that shit in me. I've just been feeling slow. Like my email's been mad mistyped. Like everything's coming up red. Like, and I ate like shit down in Austin. So I
did that though.
Yeah, so I went down to Austin for a bachelor party last week with my buddy Chris and a bunch of my other friends, his family and shit, and we did what we did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we painted the town red.
Yeah, how was the hospitality, Southern hospitality?
It was nice, man. We didn't get one scuffle or disagreement or argument the whole time there. Now I think about it,
there you go.
Not a single like John. Now that's kind of rare. Not a single like disagreement, like no like fuck you looking at, no like
right.
Nothing, bro. Like not even in the clubs or nothing. Like then we got out there on the boats on the lake. That shit was fucking fire. You on this big ass lake surrounded by like $10 million homes, just playing my mixtape from 2012. It doesn't get better than that.
Nah, you living a life.
It doesn't get better than that.
Living a life.
But this is how like friendly they was. We went golfing.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 6 of us, so we had to split up in 2. And there was a single that was supposed to go before us. And he pulled up and he said, "Hey, man, they said you guys are playing like best ball. Like, looks like it'd be a fun party. Can I come with you guys?"
Yeah.
I'm like, dog. That's the last thing we doing golfing up here, motherfucker. I don't want to be close to you. Let me zoom the fuck by you and scoot through this.
Shit.
Yeah, good company down there. Had a fucking blast. By what was it, 4 or 5 days? By the last day, I was ready to come home.
So you don't think you could live in Austin?
I'm sure I could live. Maybe. It was pretty diverse, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. And the main strip was like, it was sick because like the bars are like one level, but then it was weirdly built. It was like skyscrapers surrounding like one level bars. Like the main strip of restaurants and bars was all like 1-2 levels. To where like it would be like if Center City, every bar on the middle of Center City was just 1 or 2 floors and then just surrounded by like it was interestingly built.
Damn. Yeah, I ain't never been. Shit, since birth I ain't been to Texas, so
I don't know if I would like go back. It wasn't like a play. If I go back to Texas, I'd like to check out Houston. I think that would be sick.
I definitely always judge a place where I visit if I could live there. And I think it's only 2 places I've been that I said I could live. And that was probably Tulum in LA. But places like maybe I could live in New York. I don't know. But I just remember going to Miami like I couldn't live here. I don't know how people do this shit.
Bro, I've moved so much. Like Miami was one I was like, it would be challenging to live here.
Yeah, how could you focus on anything?
New Orleans. I couldn't live in New Orleans.
Why?
It was just too much.
Yeah.
It was too much. It was too dirty. It was just a lot going on there.
Damn.
I don't want to live in a frat, like basically a giant, obviously not a frat party, but like the extreme level of partying. Atlanta, I could have lived. Charlotte, I could have lived.
I did like Atlanta.
Atlanta, I could have lived. Charlotte, I could have lived. Vegas, probably not.
Nah, hell no.
Austin, maybe. Yeah, if I got a good enough job, I'd move down there.
I ain't mad at that. I had a solid weekend as well. Little sister
I didn't realize it
Birthday.
was Naya's birthday bash this weekend. I thought that was next weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Getting old on me. Made me feel old. Not really though. Just turned 24.
Is
Hit a
she only
little
24?
yep. 98. Hit a little brunch spot. Brunch day party club shit. I ain't even know that shit existed. But she sent the link to the chat. This is what we doing. Shit, we did that shit. First time I stood on couches since Vegas. So anytime you standing on couches, you know you're having a good time. Food was good. I would definitely go back to the place. Yeah.
It really is like a very shallow thing.
Mm-hmm.
But something about just in the club, standing on couches, drinking bottles is just it's cool. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know what to tell people where like I'm not gonna spend that money. Blah. It's cool. I don't know what to tell you. You on
It's a good
vacation?
time. And honestly, it wasn't even that much. Like
Nah, the Philly sections isn't awful.
it wasn't. We didn't have to pay for it. We just sat there.
Oh shit.
Like
Okay.
yeah, just
I'm
got a
on that.
section. You order food, and you got the choice to buy bottles if you want to, and we got one. And but we didn't even need it because it was unlimited mimosas. So it was like really no point in getting a bottle. And I think that's what fucked me up.
We're getting a birthday bottle.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's what fucked me up is that was probably the first time I felt shitty after drinking. But I knew it was because I ain't had no fucking I didn't drink no water. And it was what we got there at 12, so it was a bad situation as far as the hangover because I ain't had no time to drink water to prepare for that shit. Normally I'm drinking water throughout the day, water during and water after, but nah, nothing. Shitty the next day. I was like, I don't even know this feeling.
You know how you say like you feel like you could fuck Beyonce?
I never said that, but yeah.
That's me when I'm drunk. Like there's not a woman in the world that doesn't like deeply desire me.
Yeah, it ain't even desire. It's just like you just think that you could,
like, you know what else is like? You know who else thinks like that? Women think that way of their husbands or fiancés as well.
What you mean?
Like like when girls get engaged, like when girls get engaged, they instantly think like their husband is fucking Bradley Cooper or like Denzel Washington, whoever you think, whatever. Yeah. Like it's like. Yeah. Like no, every girl wants to fuck my husband.
Oh no, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
For sure, they're on it.
Yes, that's definitely a fact.
That shit cracks me up, yo.
Yeah, they don't play that shit.
Not at all, dog.
That shit.
Not at all, dog. I spent so much. Bro, I looked at my scooter receipt. You know, it should be costing like $8 a pop. I spent $1 on scooters.
Damn.
I was riding the fuck out of them joints.
I don't even know if we did that in Atlanta.
No, bro, not $1. Not $1.
Damn. Yeah, y'all was out. Sound like a good time though. I wouldn't be mad at trying that.
I had a blast, bro. It was a good crew of like the perfect amount of like rowdy, but not starting trouble rowdy shit. You know, you hate when you go out with them people like your friends that like always want to start shit.
Yeah, I can't go out with nobody that at this age that want to start.
Like, bro, I'm like
trying to relax and have fun.
Like it's like
I'm already introverted enough. I don't need to be the mean guy still. Like I don't the chilling the cut, peeping the scene shit. That's a little old at this age.
Yeah, I'm not keeping my head on a swivel for anybody at this point.
Yes, it's kind of outdated. Sadly, some places you still gotta do that shit, but at least you know what you're getting into. But as far as vacation, I'm trying to have fun. I ain't looking for none of that bullshit.
Yeah, it's one thing if you pop into a mystery bar by accident. It's another thing if like
Yeah. Did you hear the new Khaled?
I did, man. I listened to it. I've only got to hear bits and pieces of it because I've been bouncing around and whatnot. But I did listen to a few songs. Obviously, I made sure I listened to the new Jay-Z shit.
I remember last week you said you wasn't a fan. So
fan of what? Khaled? I'm like it is what it like. I don't like compilation albums, and that's basically what all Khaled shit is.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Some people want to hear some synergy on the shit. I could agree with that to an extent. But
so, back to the topic. I think who was it? OG Juan or one of those guys that tweeted out just heard Jay-Z's best verse ever like a week before Khaled shit came out.
Guru and Lenny S. Yeah,
Lenny S. Okay, so Lenny S. So obviously we both listened to the Jay-Z verse. I think
for
it's
sure.
who else is on there? Rick Ross and Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne, yep.
Completely forget Rick Ross's verse.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue what Rick Ross said on there. No offense to Rick Ross.
I only do because I played it 100 times, but yeah.
It's similar to like the Lemon Pepper John.
Mm-hmm.
With the one with Drake, right?
Yeah, I feel like we know what we getting from Ross. So I mean, it wasn't underwhelming, but it was just what the fuck Hove did to it, and Wayne went the fuck off. I can't lie.
I remember Wayne's shit.
Yeah.
I wish he didn't have the auto tune effect on it. That was my only critique on his shit. His shit was good, but I wish he would have took the auto tune off it.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's fucking amazing, man.
I don't understand how a 52-year-old's doing that shit. I
Jay-Z's
don't get it at all.
amazing.
I listened to 3 breakdowns, and the most recent one that I seen today was motherfucker was on MSN, not him, but motherfucker on MSNBC was breaking down his bars, saying how poetic Jay-Z was. And I'm like, he's on a national news station breaking down Jay-Z bars for the average person that watch MSNBC, which we know ain't listening to rap for the most part, you would assume.
And I saw some, like, pretty much it's overwhelming favorable reviews on that.
Mm-hmm.
The only critique I saw somebody tweet out and had a bunch of retweets and whatnot, and it was like, yo, just because the verse is long doesn't mean it's good. And I do agree with that fact. Like, just because of like somebody raps for a while doesn't mean it's a great verse.
Mm-hmm.
Not that fucking John here.
No, hell no.
Like I listen to that verse a lot of fucking time. Every fucking bar has some kind of meaning to it.
I'm laughing at the MSNBC review and how he's pointing out quadruple entendres. And I'm like, the fact that he's catching this shit. And I mean, honestly, you could listen to any Jay-Z song from Reasonable Doubt till now, and you'll go hear something that you didn't hear the first time or understand something that you didn't understand the first time you heard that shit. When he broke down the new planes is getting flown in, they done fucked around and gave the right niggas wealth. And he said he's talking about buying a new plane. He's talking about the clothing brand planes. He's talking about a plane dimension. And he's talking about the Wright brothers who supposedly invented the plane. He said quadruple entendre. And it's just this corporate guy just breaking down Jay-Z lyrics. And it's just hilarious because it's like, look how far this motherfucker then came.
Bro, I was listening to that shit. Like, I got halfway through and I was like, it's past the time of saying he's the best rapper ever.
Yeah.
And going in the discussion of, is he not, if not one, like a top 5 best artist ever?
I mean, it's hard to say he's not. He passed Elvis. Did he pass the Beatles as far as number 1 album?
Like, I don't know if he passed the Beatles yet.
I mean, 13 number 1 albums. What could you honestly say against that? And I mean, always what Hope said, it ain't about selling the most. It's about being consistent. And I mean, he's never had the diamond album, 10 million album, but he gonna do his millions every time he drops. So the shit's kind of crazy how he's sustaining, honestly.
I was even thinking, like, not necessarily just on that, but like more so like creative ability. Like that, there's not people like brains don't work like that.
I don't understand it because, like I said, listening. Okay, you can listen to the verse on the surface level and be like, "Damn, this is amazing," and then you start to break down bars and you're like, "What the fuck did he just say?" And it means this and that, like. And then you get to the point where it's like, this shit 4 minutes too. And then you could go to the part where he's not writing none of this shit.
That's what I was gonna say. He's not writing this shit.
Come on, dog. Like, what can you? I still don't. I mean, even the closing line, he's claiming to be the GOAT, and y'all know this, and then getting gassed up and saying, "Forgive me, that's my passion talking," and then go to Farrakhan talking to Mike Wallace.
How are you making that reference off the top?
Come on, bro.
Are you making that reference off the top?
Come on, dog.
Are we doing that reference off the top, bro? Let me pat myself on the back a little bit here. I can freestyle pretty well. If I go to a party and freestyle to a beat, I'm getting like a couple oohs, like, "Oh, you snapping," blah blah. It's very difficult to rhyme simple words in your head on a whim. Like it's not a talent most people have. To be that fucking introspective, to make bar after bar flow together is mind-boggling, dog.
Yeah.
mind-boggling. And I think people don't realize it because it's rap and it's like different words. That would be like me fucking painting a Picasso in 10 minutes. Introspective ass details, like making it symmetry, like all this different shit that's happening. He's got like a wild computer brain that like humans shouldn't be able to process that type shit, dog.
No. Just like you said, on top of the wordplay and the double, triple, quadruple entendres, it's like, how are you even thinking this way? This fast, like it doesn't make sense.
You're doing triple entendres on a flow, on a beat.
Come on, bro.
Making it sound appealing.
Come on, yo. And then, like I said, on the surface level, the verse is amazing. You break it down, it's like, come on, dog. Like I'm sitting here talking to my lady and breaking down bars, and she's like, "What?" Like that mean that? Like it's just, and I nerd out to shit like that because it's like we don't get it often anymore. Like I'll say from premier artists, it's definitely rappers that still do that shit, but from premier big time supposedly artists, we don't get that shit. So nobody really making you think. And when you get a verse that does make you think, and like you said, I did see some, it's cool, but like he claiming he made X, Y, and Z billionaires. He's still being braggadocious. What the fuck else he supposed to rap about? What you mean he being braggadocious? He literally got this from nothing. What is he supposed to talk about?
What's braggadocious, dog? If I'm a billionaire and 3 of my friends are billionaires and they all started under me, I might use the same fucking caption on every Instapic.
Even
you muted yourself.
Even something as simple as saying billionaire me, Ye, and Arie, and Bronze a rock boy, so that's 4 technically. To even put technically in there, just for the reference to basketball and technical fouls, it's like,
come on, bro.
How are you thinking like that?
Come on, bro. What are we doing here? It's like watching a movie that you have to watch 5 times, but he's doing this shit in 4 minutes, and he's not writing it down.
Exactly, and he's not writing. I don't think people understand the writing part. You not writing none of this shit.
You know how he's 52.
Ahead.
He's 52, dog. You know how sharp your fucking brain has to be to remember 4 minutes of lyrics?
Running a record label, running a artist management company, running a sports management company, running a weed business, running whatever Puma basketball, and he's still got the brain capacity to spit a verse that is going to resonate with people till I guess they overstand the verse because nobody wants to sit around and guess what he's thinking about. That's the only thing with Hov I do wish sometimes he did come out and talk about what he means, because he does answer the questions like, oh, what you mean in this verse? And he'll break it down for you. But half the time he's just sitting back laughing at people's breakdowns of his verses like, nah, that didn't even mean that. But I see how you took it. It's just crazy to know the creativity to go into a rap that you're not writing down, and it comes out as a masterpiece.
Nah, he's amazing, man. He really is. It's nuts to be 52 and still be like
52, a father, a husband. Come on,
he drops a verse and everybody's like freezes, like, yo, let me go hear that shit.
Bro, I don't skip albums. I let albums play through. I went to the song, skipped up, which I don't do. Skipped up.
I did.
All right, let's hear this.
Yep.
Running back to the beginning. Running back to the like. I was just like, this nigga, man, he's out of here. Like this is disgusting. And you already know he's like that. He's been doing that since the first album. But to hear it at 52, you like, bro, the best rapper shouldn't be 52, but that's the case right now. So.
Yeah, he's nasty. Hey, you watch that Baby doc?
Baby?
Yeah.
Nah, what's that?
Little Baby?
I did not. It's on the watch list.
It's good, man. Check it out. I was just thinking that, but yeah, it's that randomly just popped in my head. It's good, man. He's that's a good story.
Yeah, he's definitely on the watch list.
I was thinking like, should he have a doc this early in his career? It's good. It doesn't even matter. It's a good doc.
It's like that.
It's just like, the plethora of technology we have now, where there's so much footage from early on. Yeah. And because they knew they were going to invest in him so early on, and everybody around him had so much faith, it was just very nice to see, like, here's a street fella, and they say a little bit about, like, how, like, well he was doing in the streets at that age, and, like, how you could have, like, the right people around you that force you into doing, like, a good move.
Right.
Like it really is life-changing to have people realize the potential you have when you don't necessarily realize it yourself.
For sure.
So I thought that was a dope aspect of it. We don't have to talk about it. We'll talk about it next week after you watch it. But it was dope. Where you want to go next, man?
We could stick on documentaries. You told me about the ref gambling. Something that we all remember if you our age from
Yeah, big
our
game.
era of basketball. So you want to
Was
break
it
that down?
Tim Donahue?
Yeah,
So what was that, like 2007, 8, something like that?
yeah, around there, 2008, 2009.
Basically, he just got caught pretty much betting on games that he was doing, and they made him admit that he was fixing it. He says he wasn't fixing it.
Yeah,
Had some connections to the mob on it. It's a very cool documentary on that.
yeah.
I thought, what was your most interesting takeaway on it?
My most interesting takeaway was the other guy, Batista, saying that they had, was it 53 referees they said bet on games altogether, but that never came out.
I was going to say the same thing.
Just
52 referees,
on the rep
52 out of 60 referees.
that's admitted to it. And it's like, I mean, I don't want to speak ill of the dead on David Stern, but it's like letting that shit slide is kind of crazy. And even them going back to the game that everybody knows was rigged was the Kings Lakers game, game 6, when the Lakers beat the Kings, and the game was a 4-point fucking game. And you could see from game 6, like the Lakers wasn't really fucking with the Kings that season. And obviously, Chris Webber at the tunnel at the end of that game looking like we just got fucking cheated. You know they're not about to win game 7 because they fucking got the life sucked out of them.
Yeah, they're defeated.
Yeah, it's like, what are we even playing for if this how y'all gonna do us? And that just pushes the narrative that major sports is rigged, and that's fucked up. I ain't gonna lie.
It was it's like simplistic how he broke it down to like, yeah, you got to think about TV ratings, different contracts, so they're gonna force for game 7s every time they have opportunity for it. And then as they broke down, like, yo, Joey Crawford, this, and the refs meet pregame and go, yeah, we're not fucking with this player. We're calling Pop, like they were calling Carey on AI. And then the game they say they decide they're going to call Carey, they call it on him like 7 times.
Yeah, and
or like little shit like that.
Not liking coaches, like, oh, I don't like this coach, so he says anything to me as a tech, I'm not calling nothing for his players. That shit is fucked up because I couldn't imagine. Granted, they making millions of dollars, that's cool and all, but at the end of the day, every athlete that's super competitive wants to win a fucking game. So to take that away, and half the times the players, you think you bugging, you be like, man, they cheated. And then you go in the locker room, you hear a coach say, nah, we lost that fucking game. And you in your head, you know, like, these motherfuckers cheated us, dog. And just to know that I got cheated out of a game, especially a game 6 in the Western Conference Finals, I couldn't imagine. Like, you can't even bounce back from that shit. I don't think none of them was the same after that game.
And then to go back to the 52 out of 60 refs, and basically they were saying David Stern was working with the federal investigators, so they find out that 52 out of 60 refs were betting or had bet on the NBA. And then the federal investigator decides not to press charges on them, even though he finds that out.
Yeah.
And then David Stern offers the federal investigator a job at the NBA at the end of it.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
Crazy. And I mean, as much as I didn't believe the Batista guy, it was some shit I did believe, some shit I didn't. But that part right there, him saying, nah, David Stern said, shut that shit the fuck down and get this case over with. And that's what the fuck happened. And you got to think, that's $1 billion company. NBA is thriving at that point, like taking off. And it's like, y'all not about to fuck our bag up. So, yeah, we going to isolate this dude, get him out the paint. And even to know Scott Foster's still in the league is crazy.
And I mean, like the Batista guy seemed like he was like, there's some shit you say he's full of shit on. Like, obviously, it was connected to the mob. It wasn't a hard like connection there. When he started breaking down, David Stern shut that shit down. Yeah. And they talk about how the Tim fella was still able to keep his pension.
Keep his pension. Yeah.
His NBA fucking ref pension. He was only in the league for like 6 years.
Yeah.
Come on, yo.
At that point, you know what the fuck is going on. It's basically like, don't write a tell-all book. Keep this shit up. He still won't say he made more than 30,000, which if you do the math, he obviously did. Way more than 30,000.
He was getting fucking beat, though.
Made more than 30,000.
He was getting beat. If they said he was only getting $2,000 a game, I think they ended up saying that he went 47-10.
Yeah, motherfucker went 72% on his games.
Yeah, so even if he's 47 a game, two times 47 is a lot more than $30,000.
And even when they said that, I was like, he definitely made more because he was still betting with the other dudes.
Yeah, and right
He's
when he said it,
right now.
and right when he said it, they initially agreed to $2,000, and then he said after the first one, he said we're gonna double pay him.
Yeah.
Even if he was going to get double pay, he got close to $400,000, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was more.
And it's like 4 or 5 games a night. So you getting 10, 15 grand a night.
I thought it was very interesting with the Scott Foster shit, who's still a ref as well.
Still a ref.
And Scott Foster is talking to the same bookie multiple times a day.
And I know they did not want this shit to come out.
Multiple times a day. Scott Foster is talking to the same guy. What are we doing here?
I think the crazy shit is, even as fans and supporters of the NBA, we still gonna watch the NBA.
Oh, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we do. We really don't.
I don't give a fuck about that, bro.
Yeah, still, definitely don't. I'm gonna still watch the NBA. Whether I know it's rigged or not, it is entertaining as fuck. And I mean, I'm not mad at David Stern for saying, "Oh, get the star players."
Goon.
A little leniency, because that is who the fuck we want to see. We don't want to see the replacements on the floor for 48 minutes. That's not. We gonna turn the fucking game off and go watch something else.
We like game sevens.
Yeah, we do.
I like game sevens.
We do.
I like game sevens. Dude, Sha'carri, that was your girl. That was Flock's girl. She's coming back with a vengeance. How come nobody's talking about it?
Honestly, I don't think people really tuned into that because it's obviously not the Olympics. But I mean, we all know the hate way more louder than the love. So I'm not shocked that it went under the radar. I'm pretty sure people still don't know that she won that race. But she is coming back with a vengeance. She did just beat an Olympian, so she is worthy of what she was going to be. And it's looking like she's getting faster and faster with every race, because she did lose about 3, I think, before that I watched. And she was getting the hate on those L's, like, yeah, she wasn't supposed to be in here, blah, blah, blah. And then she comes out and beat an Olympian. What can you really say at this point? Like, she's deserving it. Hopefully we can see her in the next Olympics.
Yeah. I don't have too much to add with that. Obviously, this could be a quick touch point, and I think it is like people just might not be paying attention. I mean, they'd be paying attention a lot more if she was fucking up still.
Yeah, for sure.
Sha'carri Richardson, is that Richardson?
Yeah.
Has every bit of the marketing power they thought she did.
Every bit.
Every fucking bit.
She wears a fucking leg sleeve. She wears fishnets. She has the long nails, long hair.
She's electric, man.
Man.
She's electric.
She's a star on the track.
She's electric, man. She really is.
Yeah, shout out to Sha'carri. Big win.
You want to stay on the girl topics?
Yeah, what else we got?
What's up with Arie Spears and Lizzo?
Oh man, Arie Spears. He went in on Lizzo. Why? I don't know. I don't even know why.
So weird.
I don't even know why people still fall for the questions that people may ask them, because you leading into some shit. And honestly, Arie Spears has been controversial for the longest, so I'm not even shocked this came from him. It's kind of like he's definitely took shots at everybody. So you want to get the people a little clip, or
let's give him a clip, man.
All right.
Yeah, bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like, as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji. She's got a very pretty face, but she keeps showing her body off, nigga. Like, come on, man. Come on, yo. I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't the most in shape nigga in the world, but I still, when you funny and you got swagger and confidence and you decent looking, I think I'm at least handsome, you get pussy. But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble. You know what kills me about women is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay, queen. Yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes. Fuck heart problems. Fuck heart disease, cholesterol. Y'all all claim womanhood and about sisterhood and support for your sister, when it comes to that ridiculous shit. But if you really gave a fuck, why wouldn't you go, black girl, we love you. We love your confidence, boo-boo. But this ain't it. This ain't it. That's the real love. Y'all will jump on me for making jokes.
Is that a joke? I don't understand. Like, what? Quick hits with that one before I forget them all. Number one, to the initial question or report, yeah, Lizzo is very talented.
Yeah, for sure.
She's very talented. She's a very talented.
Great artist.
She's a very talented songwriter. To his second point, he's not the most in shape, but he's funny and he thinks he's handsome, so he gets pussy. Fat girls would have problems. You think Lizzo can't get some dick out here, dog?
Yeah.
You think? And you just said she has a pretty face.
Yeah.
You think she's not funny? The bitch is funny. You think Lizzo can't get hit out here, bro? What's the correlation?
Down damn near whatever she wants.
You think Lizzo can't get hit? I would knock Lizzo down right now for the experience.
Lizzo knocking down whatever she wants.
Knocking Lizzo down right now. Wouldn't even hesitate, dog. Knocking Lizzo down. Dog. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about, bro? And then that was just like the most. I almost said a word I don't say. That was just a very silly response. And then his final John's like, yo, well, first of all, who the fuck says you're handsome, dog? How do you qualify you're to say you're handsome?
And then tell her that she ain't what she thinks she is.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's not like, girl, I don't girls have weird taste, okay? Mm-hmm. But there's this is a white guy thing, I guess. There's universally handsome fellas. There's actors, you're that's a handsome guy. That's not Arie Spears. You're not handsome dude, a good looking guy. It's that's not what the fuck it is. And then the third point of that, the peak of hypocrisy on this is what they're not saying is diabetes. He's an overweight fella and not close like chubby. That's a big fucking guy. Yeah. A short, big guy, and he's a lot older than Lizzo. What are we talking about, buddy? You're at the highest risk of health concerns. You have the diabetes, not just her. You both have diabetes. What the fuck are you talking about?
I never understand it because when you start off by saying, she's a good artist, she's cute in the face or whatever he said, why go the extra mile to shit on her after? Leave it at that. I understand, you may want your clicks because even when he did his little rebuttal to the backlash he caught, he would say, what I said in my interview on Art or Die. Bro, you plugging your interview to get it views. You know what you're doing with this controversy. It's corny. I mean, it's sad and corny at the same time that knowing to do stuff like that, you're going to get the views and you're going to get the backlash and you're going to get the people talking about you. And that's all motherfucker like Arie Spears wants is somebody to talk about him. And it's fucked up because the motherfucker can be funny. I think he do some of the best impressions of people. But when you got to take it to that level, bro, you already funny. You don't got to shit on somebody. We not laughing at that. That's not what we laughing. We laughing at the jokes and the impressions of people. But or do an impression of her shit. But to take it that far, you talking about her health and nobody, and she look like the shit emoji. Come on, bro. What you look? You really look like the shit emoji. But
you look gross. I don't I'm not the biggest judge of guys, but you look fucking gross, dog.
Oh, man.
You look like a fucking weirdo. You got this purple, this white shirt with the black or blue shirt, black fit. It's not a good fit. What are we doing? What are we doing here? You're the one that's going to critique Lizzo?
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do here? Lizzo. Because you can get some pussy because you're funny? Yeah, come on, buddy. Bro. Grow the fuck up.
That type of comedy don't get the pass because that was just corny.
That's why you turn down Lizzo. Grow up.
Yeah. And I think the interview also set him up, threw him a oop to do that shit. I'm not sure if he said, that's what I want to talk about, but that shit was corny. Bro, we don't care about that shit, bro.
Did I miss the part where people ignored Adele's talent when she first came out because she was overweight?
Nah, nobody ignored it.
I don't remember that. I remember people being this her voice is stunning.
Nobody ignored it.
Nobody was tearing apart Adele because she was overweight. Nobody's Adele has diabetes. Oh, she's too disgusting.
Nah.
No, who cares?
Somebody said Rick Ross is big, so we're not listening to his raps.
Who cares? I don't care.
Big Pun died from that shit. Nobody.
DJ Khaled has his shirt off every fucking video. We don't care.
We don't.
If you want to be fat, be fat, gang. I don't care.
The fact that she embracing it at this point, okay, make your jokes at the beginning. That shit 2 years old now, bro. It's not funny no more. Try a different joke, as Kanye said. We don't care. Okay, that was something at the beginning. We don't care no more, bro.
And here's my thing. If you want to do the health argument, that's fine.
Yeah,
that is fine. But don't be unhealthy.
Yeah, be in shape, bro.
Be in shape. Like if you want to say, yo, it's doing a bad example because there's like diabetes is a leading cause, especially amongst black people, and like all this different shit, then yeah, go for that. But don't be a hypocrite about it.
Yeah, I don't know too many people taking health advice from Arie Spears.
It doesn't like that's not the argument there.
Nah,
That's not the argument.
Was whack, bro.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and drink my wine and go, you shouldn't drink alcohol though, because that'll fucking kill your liver. What are we doing here?
As we take 15 sips throughout the episode, like, nah, bro.
Like that's not what we're gonna do here, dog. Like it's just nasty, dog. Like I don't understand that shit. Get off her fucking dick, you weirdo.
Yeah, literally the guys in the comments but speaking out loud, and whoever gave them the platform knew exactly what they was doing. They knew that was gonna get people to listen to it and click the video, but
motherfuckers hate success, dog. That's all that shit is.
Yeah, because if she wasn't successful, he wouldn't have had nothing to say about her.
And if you shitting on Lizzo, your wife better not be fat either.
Anything you hit,
your girl better not be fat. Your looks better not be fat. I don't want none of that overweight shit, dog. None of that.
You can't be overweight.
Yeah, all of it. And your family better just be tighten the fuck up.
Yeah.
All the way.
Everybody health, A1, you talking like that.
You want to jump into the bus, Dad, or do you want to go somewhere else?
We can go to the bus, Dad.
Let's bust at it, man. You got a bus dad clip?
You know, we could get everything over here. You want to give them a little breakdown of it, though?
So I just caught this last night. I'm glad you picked it. Basically, this guy jumped on the bus, probably mid-30s. I don't know, something like that. Big guy. Jumped on the bus of a elementary school bus and pretty much said his daughter was getting picked on. And if his daughter keeps getting bullied or so, and he puts a hand on his daughter, he's going to fuck them up.
Yeah.
The kids.
Yeah.
To 5 to 8-year-old kids is what he did. And that is a weird fucking move to me, dog. Like, I respect it, kind of, but a very weird delivery there, dog.
Ready for it?
Let's go for it, man. I'm gonna flip this whole bus. Good job. Fast forward a little bit to when his daughter comes on the bus as well. So here's a little girl crying because she's getting yelled at. I want to go home. That's fucking pretty ugly.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. I want to go home. This big aggressive fella's yelling at me.
That's fucked up.
That's a goon right there. That little girl's a goon. And then here's his daughter jump back on the bus to rumble them. What are we doing here, yo?
Yeah, that's fucked up, yo.
What are we doing here? And before we deep dive on how fucking goofy he looked, I saw he did an interview and basically said that he already reported the bullying incident to the school and the bus driver and the parents, and nothing had been done. And his daughter got hit a day before. Now, with that being said, fuck out of here.
It's him getting on the bus?
Yeah, fuck out of here. And all that. Like, his daughter looks wild as well, going on a John, not to shit on a kid, but she looks pretty aggressive. I wonder where the fuck she gets that.
Yeah.
I wonder where the fuck she gets that aggression from.
Yeah.
And then it comes out, the articles come out, other parents are saying, yo, his daughter's been the bully. She just hit she just got a write-up last week for hitting my son. She just did this. Yeah. So, like this is where
that altered my whole take because I ain't even had it.
Yeah, 100%. Because, bro, at first I'm want to be like, yeah, dog, you gotta shut that bully shit the fuck down. You're not gonna have my kid kill themselves because they getting bullied. Not gonna have it. But then I'm looking more into it, and there's mad parents commenting saying, yeah, she just hit my kid. She's been a constant menace in the John. She's got write-ups on it. The bus driver just said she had write-ups on it. So, like, yeah, like, this is the negative effect of aggressive parenting. You aggressively parent your kids. You hit them when they do bad, do this, and then they take that conflict lesson to school with them and the kids. And now they think it's okay to hit kids when they piss them off.
Because half of it, I'm on the side of that. Like, all right, I reported it to the bus driver. I'm reporting it to the school, nothing's happening. It's like, all right, well, if they're not gonna say nothing, I'm gonna say something. But the other half is, okay, we know these is kids. What you really about to do to some kids? You're not hitting them, and they, like you said, they ain't. I don't even. They might have been in 5th grade. The way that little girl was on there crying, like that didn't even look like middle school for real. They look kind of small.
They wasn't middle school.
Yeah, they look kind of small. So, what you really gonna do? And yeah, like I'm torn. But now that you say that his daughter, the one that been provoking this shit, it's like, come on, bro. Like, and you know your kids. It's only but so much they honestly gonna tell you. So if somebody hit them, they probably not gonna tell you, depending on the relationship with your kid, that they've been fucking with them first. So if somebody hit your kid back, can you really be mad? So it's a sticky situation. What you think should happen to the dad though?
Bro,
because you got kids on the bus crying. I want to go home. They're gonna go home traumatized now. Like they didn't seen it. They ain't never seen this in their household. They like, God damn, like people, parents acting like, what is going on?
I'm on record saying if my kids get bullied, I'm gonna beat the dad up in front of the kid. That's my shit. That's 100%. When I have kids, if they get bullied, I'm gonna go fight the parents, and the kid's gonna have to watch. We're gonna have to get. I'm aggressive on that stand too. Mm-hmm. My bigger issue would have been with obviously the individual kid, parents, the bus driver. I wouldn't have been doing the yelling at the kids. I would have been yelling, "Yo, this your job, gang. I know it's a difficult job. My daughter comes in with a black eye. I'm blacking your shit."
I would be curious what the repercussions for the man would have been if he would have followed the bus home, or followed the bus till the girl got off, followed the kid to the house, and waited for their parents to get home. I would be honestly curious to see how that would play out, because that's literally the only.
I'm not even mad at that.
I can see happening, like as far as a bullying situation, because you're not about to. Yeah, I don't think anybody really play about their kids, especially bullying, and especially when they get physical. It's like, all right, like especially if your child not built like that. Come on, bro. But she on the bus climbing over the people. Why you not moving now, bro? What the fuck you think a little kid gonna do? Somebody big ass dad get on the bus talking crazy, showing all the animosity in the world.
Big ass dad.
Yeah. This ain't no little dude damn near head touching the top of the bus.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's Delaware lingo but this motherfucker said he gonna flip the bus over. That shit
don't sound like you're not. Yeah, that sounds a little crazy.
That shit mean a little different to me, motherfucker. You try to flip somebody's car, you're not physically trying to lift that bitch up.
Nah.
That's not what the fuck I mean. I said I'm gonna flip somebody's shit.
Yeah.
I mean, this motherfucker about to air the fucking bus.
That's a wild little take right there, old head. Like you got I feel you, but relax, bro. We talking about air the kids out.
You gonna air the elementary school kids out?
Come on, bro. Catch the parent, the dad lacking. Don't air the bus out though.
Got to. And like, we're all on the same page about bullying and whatnot. Like, like it's bad, and kids are killing themselves a lot higher now and whatnot. Address the parents, don't address the kids.
Yeah, that was foul. Yeah, like you said, I think that was the best point you made on there. Is address the bus driver, nip that shit in the butt. Like, bro, we're not doing none of this. Dead all that shit. I don't care if she got to sit in the first seat and only she could sit up here. If that's what it got to be, that's what it got to be. But
she's gonna sit behind you every day. 100%, and that's an easy fix. She's gonna sit behind you every day.
Easy. And if you hear the kids yelling up to her, how you got shut, tell them to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of that shit going on.
If you're pressing somebody, it's the bus driver. If there's nothing around that.
I don't even see how you go back to the same school after an incident like that. Because
I don't
see my child bus. It's like, bro, what is we doing?
I don't see how they let him let the daughter go back.
Imagine your child come home crying, Dad, some man was yelling on the bus. He was cussing at us. Blah,
he said he's gonna shoot our fucking bus up.
Yeah, he said he's gonna flip the fucking bus.
You imagine hearing your kids say that,
bro?
Happen again, he's gonna flip that shit.
Comes with that. Who is this dude?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Get him the fuck up out of here. That's a sticky situation. That's sad. I thought I had a whole different take, but knowing that she been starting some shit and she got previous write-ups, and it feel like your kid only gonna tell you but so much that's really going on. They only gonna give you half the fucking story. Because I know he feel like a dickhead, especially after the video come out. I'm pretty sure he ain't think the video was gonna come out, but
you feel crazy.
That shit looks stupid.
Feel the fuck crazy. All right, man. Where we want to go from that?
Trump banned from the app, from the Google store, man. More what you want to call it? I don't know, more censoring. How you feel about this censorship still going on as far as the whole app being banned?
I guess I was saying that like he was selectively letting it was something along the lines of selectively, like he was overly censoring his app.
Yeah,
that's what I got out of it. Was that what they were saying? If that's the case, I don't give a fuck about the guy's app. He's done.
Yeah,
he's done, John.
You think so?
He's done. I'm looking at all the Fox News people. They're jumping shit.
Really?
I don't know if they know something. Ben Shapiro just was like, "Yo, it's time to move on from Trump."
Mhm.
And the skinny face bitch
Yeah.
and fucking cultured. What is it? Whatever her name is, she just jumped ship. A bunch of congressmen just jumped ship. They're all jumping off, which they're cowards to me. Don't jump ship now.
And you know what's going on the whole time.
Don't jump ship now. Don't jump ship. Don't jump ship because he kept the documents and now it looks like it's fishy. No, stay there.
We've been looking crazy for the past 4 years. So, like you said, the jump ship at this point, it's a little too late, bro. Like you picked your side. We know what side you want. We know how you rocking. As far as the banning, I don't really get that. Like if he want to have this stupid ass app, let him have the app. If he choosing who's on it, what they saying on it, other apps do the same shit. I get it though, because even at a deeper level, if you Google, all right, I don't have to carry your app. Tell them to go get another phone or make your own website that they could go to. It's just not going to be on my shit. So I'm not mad at that either. If y'all don't want your shit on here, it ain't on here. So I guess fuck it. That was a quick fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Biden's heating up. Biden's heating up.
What you liking from Biden?
I'm not necessarily liking anything, but he's heating up. He's going for it. This is the thing. I don't want him to rerun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, but it looks like he is going to. I don't know who his opponent would be. I assume it's going to be DeSantis. But I know he just had a pretty successful rally in Pennsylvania, and now he's going full force on. He's gonna ban the assault weapons. He's gonna ban them. So now he's trying to come through and be like, yo, it took a while, but I'm coming through my campaign promises. I did some of the student loan shit. Now I'm gonna get the assault weapons the fuck out of here. Vote for me.
That would be big. I'm curious to see the backlash he gets from that from all the people that already own assault weapons, or are they grandfathered in? Are you not sure?
I would assume I could be completely ignorant on this, but from what I thought I read was that they would be grandfathered in and they would just ban a sale on it. So basically, they couldn't sell it to anybody, and stores couldn't sell it anymore.
I'm not mad at that. If
you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't.
It's the same thing with a Mac. If you bought your Mac in the 80s, you got it. But as far as right now, you can't have this shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it. Like I said, I'm done with the politics until they offer our shit. But yeah, it's a dub. It's a dub.
It's funny, we were getting shared from that burner account. And I was like, I feel like we're both pretty much like off the politics for the most part.
I'm tired of it. Honestly, it's a game. The people that run this shit gonna always run this shit. I wish I knew more about them bailing out their banks back when they did, because that alone could tell you who the fuck running shit. And it ain't the average citizen that's running this shit. It's the motherfuckers with money. And they gonna dictate who's in, who's out, what's passed, what's not. And I mean, until we get that radical person that's playing both sides of the fence, which I think a president should. Until
time, man.
I don't think nobody's really intrigued. Like, until you can't be bought as a president or as a politician, ain't shit really about to change. But I mean, it's I guess it's on the bright side. I am curious to what they're gonna do with this assault weapon shit, because they always said if they banned them, we're gonna get a quote unquote rebellion. So we'll see.
Yeah, they said that shit a lot. It's time for that third party middle ground.
Yeah, I'm just doing that.
And the reality of it is, if you're waiting for the president to save your life,
it's a dub. So
waiting a long time for your life to change, dog.
Fuck them, honestly. Yeah, I'm cool off the politics.
Yeah, I'm off them.
Wolf bar for that, but I ain't gonna do that to the people.
all hooved out.
Chris
Shit.
Rock not going back to the Oscars. Is he bitching or is he warranted that?
I saw a funny joke that said Chris Rock was stuck in the 90s. Because, like,
What?
did you see his follow up to that quote?
Nah, what was
He
it?
said going back to the Oscars for like returning to a crime scene. Like, if I
Yeah.
was Nicole Simpson, I wouldn't go back to the John.
Yeah.
Like, why are you making OJ Simpson murder
You
jokes?
gotta think he a damn comedian, so his mind is pretty dark and shit.
Like, dog.
His mind is pretty dark.
I saw a funny tweet and it said, "Dog, if Will Smith would just shut the fuck up long enough, we would all understand why Chris Rock got slapped." Because, like, dog,
That's out right there.
like, yeah, like, why are you making fun of fucking Nicole Simpson 30 years later? Relax,
Yeah, that's crazy.
relax, bro. I wouldn't want to go back if I was him either.
Nah, because they didn't protect you up there.
No,
Why?
and it would be top of mind the whole time he was there. Nobody would be thinking about how well he did. It would look like a pity, like, sympathy move.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going up there getting a standing ovation. Like, I don't even want this. I would feel so uncomfortable if I was Chris Rock. Go up there, get a standing ovation. You can't even fucking talk. You giving the okay, I get it, guys. Like, yeah, let me present my fucking award and probably crack a couple jokes about the slap. But yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't want to do it either.
Yeah, he
but
would be up there like they would be acting like he was a cancer survivor or some shit. It's like, bro, I got smacked. It's all right.
And that's how he always carried it. I got smacked. Worse shit didn't happen to me, dog. I'm good.
I got smacked. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers get smacked. That shit happens, dog. I'm completely fine with him not going back. That's fine.
Are you a roller coaster guy?
You know I'm not.
You not,
and I'm not.
That made you not, or you just
I've never been like an OD thrill seeker.
Well, I think that's a good thing for you because not to laugh, but 12 people at Six Flags got injured on a roller coaster.
Got rich. That's what they got.
No bullshit.
I got rich.
I couldn't imagine getting fucking hurt on a roller coaster.
How did they get hurt? Did it say?
It did not say. I'm pretty sure it's an article out by now, but when I seen it, it wasn't no details really. But 12 people getting hurt on a roller coaster. I fuck with roller coasters heavy, but that shit right there is like that's the biggest fear of the roller coaster is can I get hurt? And you rationalize in your mind like it's fucking roller coaster. I'm never going to get hurt. Yeah, I'm good. Mind you, this shit going 120 miles an hour, going upside down, and we buckled in by a fucking buckle that could easily come up.
Just one malfunction. That's all we need.
That's all it take. But yeah, I think I'm good off roller coasters for the rest of the year.
Well, I remember that teenager had died. What, like last year or the year before, off that one ride, like drops.
That shit
just popped out. I'm good on that type shit. I've been on a roller coaster maybe like 3 times in the last 5 years, and they've all been with kids because the kids I was with wanted to go and they needed a chaperone. I'm not jumping on them shits for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's fucked up because I'm the type to ride every fucking roller coaster at the theme park if I can. Log flumes. Motherfuckers dying. Oh my gosh, come on, dog.
Log flumes and water slides are about as intense as I get.
That's as far as you taking it.
That's where I'm going. That's as high as I need to go, dog. 50 feet up. Anything else, I'm good. I wouldn't even get on that Detroit slide.
Nah, that shit looks stupid. That shit looks. The fact they was getting on that after seeing people bouncing like that. What are you doing?
I wouldn't even get on that Detroit slide.
What are you doing? I don't even like water slides for real. I'd rather get on a roller coaster than
I love a water slide. I do feel like
the ones. Nah, fuck that. Because I haven't been on somewhere. I've been sideways. Like, nah.
Yeah, that shit is scary. That shit is mad scary, bro. That shit is mad scary. Nah, I love that. No, that's good. I know I've got a few more as we go into this. So you can talk about Vanissa Byrant won her case against
sad.
What is that? I guess that would be the LA Police Department or Coroner's Office, I think.
I think it was the sheriff's. He took pictures in the fire department. I didn't realize Kobe got decapitated. I didn't need that detail.
Yeah.
I didn't need that.
Most of the little kids there were unrecognizable. They had to get recognized by their dental records.
You holding your daughter with your head. I didn't need that picture of Kobe getting decapitated. I'm not understanding why you would take those pictures. I'm not understanding why a supervisor would say that's okay. Like that's regular practice. Like, why are we taking unofficial pictures of dead bodies? Man, that shit didn't sit right with me. I didn't even like reading the headline. Like, I didn't. Okay, we know Kobe.
You're
died.
breaking the
I didn't
news
need
to
that
me. I didn't know he
detail.
was decapitated.
I didn't need that detail. I didn't need that detail.
I
was
didn't either.
kind of
Thanks for
fucked
that.
up by hearing that. I was
Yeah.
like, wow. That
Appreciate that, John. Could have went my life without hearing that.
same. I mean, you spoiled power for me, so I give you that
Could have went
horrible
my life.
detail. That was sick. Like,
It does give me more credit to him as a dad. Like, fuck, man, you literally got your head chopped off trying to protect your daughter.
oh my gosh, and then burnt to
Chris.
whatever. Like,
Yeah, and you're taking a picture. Yeah, I'm glad. Obviously, she doesn't need the money, but I'm glad that she's making them pay for that.
Not at all. And I think she's donating half, if not all, to the Mambasita Foundation. So
I wish they could get criminally charged for that.
Yeah, that's some sick shit. And even that's some sick ass shit, man.
At least lose your job. That's gross.
Yeah, that was sad.
I never like people recording the dead bodies and shit anyway.
Never understood. It's always a little sick when you see it on camera because it's like we didn't even have to see this, dog.
We didn't have to see this.
And to the point we are now so desensitized to it, I've got to a point where I may fast forward or just slide past the video now, but there was a point where I was actually watching the shit and I'm like, damn, why do I watch this shit?
It's gross.
Yeah, it really is. You watching somebody lose their life on camera and it's nothing you could do about it, but it's still just the image of you got that in your mind now for the rest of your life.
Yeah, they're awful people and they deserve the karma that's coming their way.
Shit's fucked up.
Speaking of death, Joe Budden came at Adam 22 for reposting Kevin Samuels videos after he died.
Yeah, and capitalizing off of quote unquote black trauma.
That's what he said when it was black trauma.
Nah, it was two separate videos. He got the Kevin Samuels one, and then he said he makes money off of black trauma. As far as asking people interviews about the beef they're in and what they seen, and how do you feel about somebody reposting a video after somebody dies?
Don't care.
I didn't think it was that big of a deal either.
Don't care.
I didn't think because honestly, when somebody does die, you do go to. When Nip died, I went to listen to his videos. I went to listen to his interview.
I want to rewatch the interview.
Yeah, just because, like, it's not a. I'm not looking at it from a point of like, oh, they trying to make money off me. No, I just want to go listen to what the fuck he was saying and all that. Or when anybody that Michael Jackson died, I'm gonna go listen to his music. I didn't think that was sick. I did think they went kind of hard on him. I ain't gonna lie. They was fucking trying to fry his ass.
It was whack.
Yeah, it looked like a gang up.
I thought he handled it well.
Oh, he definitely did. He didn't fold. He wasn't shaking. He wasn't stuttering. He stood on everything he said. I think they had a little point where, and I think academics does the same thing as far as pushing the line with beef. So if you got a problem with somebody, but also at the same time, there's people that do want to hear about that shit. So I mean, if you got a polarizing artist on your platform, why not ask them the questions that millions of people want to hear? I get it if you don't. Props to you, Joe Budden, if you could carry the interview without asking about it. But every time Dame Dash sit down with somebody, they ask him about Jay-Z. What's the difference? Pusha T sat down with him, they asked him about Drake.
The whole fucking Drake though. And they did a whole Drake interview with Pusha T.
And they cover that shit. So I didn't get that part. I just understood the part of I didn't even like how they was attacking him just because he's white and does it. It's like
it was corny.
Like, okay, like I get it, but
it was corny.
This is a whack way to do this shit.
It was corny. He's corny. It was corny. I haven't listened to the podcast since they left. He's corny. He's a hypocrite. Go on YouTube right now and type Joe Budden's podcast RIP.
That's what I got from it. I was like, you do the same shit you coming at Adam for doing, and I think it's because he white, but
I'm just very confused on what the difference is of Adam 22 re-uploading the actual interview of the person and Joe Budden clipping videos and then making fucking title pages for him that says Rip Pop Smoke discussion, Rip Nipsey discussion, Rip so-and-so discussion. So you got 20 of these RIP Johns, and that's your way of memorializing it, but you're still making money on all those videos.
Exactly. The same exact shit.
But he can't actually re-upload the interviews that he had with the guy.
Yeah.
It's so we can be interested in you talking about the dead person, but we can't actually be interested in the dead person talking.
Yeah, and I think it was just more so even like the Arie Spears shit. You know this shit about to be controversial. You know this shit about to get some backlash and people gonna be on
thought
your
he was going
side.
to get canceled. He wasn't going to.
When you pull the race card, you're gonna have a divide. And I
Mhm.
thought that was the corny part. They didn't have to be, oh, you white and you doing this. If you think it's wrong, say it's wrong. Don't throw the you white and you, because if somebody did it the other way around, you would be saying they're racist. So it's like, don't you don't even gotta bring race into it. If you feel like he wrong, say he wrong. But the fact you have to bring the whole race into it, I was like, come on.
If we're gonna do the whole he's white, he shouldn't upload his videos because they died shit. He shouldn't be interviewing those artists in general. That should be your stand on it.
Yeah, and honestly, he does way more than those kind of videos. So it's like he made it seem like his whole page and narrative of No Jumper was beef and death, and it's kind of not. They got everything from porn stars to actors to rappers that ain't in beef. So it was weird. It was definitely weird.
Credit to Adam 22. He's always one of the earlier interviewers for the new popping people. Like he was the first one. He's always the first interview for the new people popping on SoundCloud, getting their first new buzz way before they blow up. Mm-hmm. So it's like he discovers the young. I don't want to say discovers, but early on discovers the new buzzing people in hip hop and gives them his huge giant platform to come talk to, which is pretty much an automatic 500,000 plays or views for him. But that's not a problem.
Yeah, and I didn't understand the part where he was saying you benefit more from it. No, these artists definitely benefit from being on No Jumper.
Oh, for sure.
It's especially for the younger guys. Like younger people tune into that channel for, oh, what's new? Who haven't I heard? I'm hearing this for the first time. Oh, this art, like, yeah, you putting people on. So yeah, that whole narrative was kind of fucked up. I didn't understand it, but it's a bunch of old guys sitting around talking to him, and like you said, that shit ain't been the same since Rory and Maul left. Keep it a step.
That's corny. It's corny. It's corny, and like there's nobody there to like make your pod however the fuck you want to make your pod, right? We talk about beef and shit. Just don't be a hypocrite. That's my only shit. I don't like people being hypocritical.
You're doing the same exact shit, bro. Like
the same exact shit. It's like the same exact shit.
And you know it's gonna get views when you say RP Pop Smoke. When you say RP whoever, you know what you're doing. You know why people coming to you. They come to you to talk about everything that's going on.
Yeah, come on, dog. Stop it. Yeah, I thought that shit was fucking whack. Stick on music. Stick on music. Good. We're running through. I still got some more topics. DJ Drama. Did you watch the DJ Drama of Rory and Mal?
Yeah. Yep.
I watched that, and I watched the Math Alpha John. Been in the airport a lot recently. The Rory and Mal Johns, they got good interviews, man. They interview well.
Their interviews, the episodes still funny. I feel like the more they do that shit, the more chemistry they get. Because it's funny, they already had it from the other show, but it's even more so now. Like you seeing them talk way more freely than they ever did with Joe. So it's funny. I honestly was gonna send you the one from last week. I ain't gonna say it because it's fucked up. But did you hear when they was talking about going to a girl taking you somewhere you don't want to go?
Nah.
I'll talk about it on air. But that shit had me fucking crying, bro. I was crying, dog.
I'm geeking now.
Crying, bro. And it was Maul told this story. It was fucked up. But I was fucking in tears, looking like a nut. You know when you listen to a podcast, you laughing, and when you crying, laughing, motherfuckers looking like, what's wrong with this bull? Like, it looked like I'm probably crying, but that shit just was so funny. I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, because I definitely been taking to a few spots that I didn't want to go to before. That's for sure.
Yeah, shout out to them. They doing anything.
Nah, I think they're dope. But anyway, from that. And DJ Drama did a cool explanation of Little Uzi and the Jack Harlow shit, and I really was interested on like how they started the mixtapes, and he went to Atlanta and he did all that shit, and I didn't realize that he played. I didn't realize that he kind of teamed up with T.I. early and made T.I. really pop together.
Yeah.
They both popped together, kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, and then I also didn't realize that obviously I knew he was huge with Jeezy, but I didn't realize he switched over to Gucci.
Yeah, I don't remember the fallout either. When he said it, I was like, damn, I don't remember that, and still don't remember that.
So I thought that was interesting. I listened to him on Drink Champs, I think, as well.
Mm.
And he was kind of talking about how that spilled over into the streets and whatnot. And I was like, damn, Atlanta probably was a wild time.
Yeah.
But I guess the tagline everybody called is that he said he could beat DJ Khaled in a versus.
Yeah. What you got?
I think he could.
I'm on the same wavelength. I think he, honestly, Jeezy alone, I think it could go stupid. Khaled definitely got some shit. I don't know what you play when Wild Thoughts come on. I don't know what you play when I'm on one comes on. There's a couple things I don't know what you play, but I think in the long run, 20 songs, it ain't everything. Khaled do got some bangers, so now.
But that's what Drama was saying too. Like, well, can I play my artist shit?
Yeah.
We play Wild Thoughts, and then Jack Harlow and Uzi have fucking probably like 8 top 10 hits between the two of them.
But then you could go play God Did.
Yeah,
so I don't know. It's some shit.
Here's why I think DJ Drama could win, just because what the outcome of the Lox Dipset was.
But if it's one thing we know about Khaled, what is he? He's a fucking showman.
Yeah.
He's a fucking showman. So I don't know.
Mute yourself.
That might be one of the biggest battles, honestly. That might overdo the Dipset Lock shit, because that's.
I think as you get more into like the polished sound of DJ Khaled, and then you start dropping the recession, or not the recession, but the early like Trap or Die shits, and then you go into like the Lil Wayne shits,
Yeah.
and then you go into the Meek shits.
Yeah.
A lot of classic mixtape type shits that people would respond to.
Drama got a lot. Khaled, yeah, it might be a long night. Khaled do got some shit, but
Khaled's got some shit. That would be one of them genres that would split completely to like people that listen to underground rap and people that like pop shit.
And it would honestly probably die on the hill of the performance. Whoever talked the most shit had the most artists come out. If Khaled had got Hov,
they could have the artists come out too.
If Hov came out, it would be done.
Fire.
Yeah, can't wait for that one, because it sounds like it's gonna happen. Because Khaled said the same thing. I'm gonna drop bombs on you.
So are they gonna do it?
It ain't set up, but the way they talking, it sounds like it's gonna happen. Khaled said he not shying away from it. Drama said, "Give me whoever y'all want. It's on."
All right. So how about that? I had a listener question. Or we could go to the John Wall shit to wrap it up.
Okay, we could do that.
Which one you want to do, John Wall or listener question first?
We can hit the listener question last.
So John Wall, did you see the interview or snippet at least?
Nah, I just seen the headline.
So John Wall was talking in an interview, and he was saying, like, obviously everybody that's an NBA fan knows his injury history.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much on the sideline for 3 years. And I want to say, was it his grandmom and his mom?
Yep.
His grandmom and his mom, right?
Yep.
So John Wall's saying that his grandma, he's also been hurt. He's coming off and if you're a basketball fan, you know John Wall's top 6 ever, I think, and assists per game average.
Average is 20 and 10.
Elite scorer, elite playmaker, elite defender. At his physical peak, had some really exciting Wizards teams. Who knows what he could have been. Excited to see him back out there this John. But
that's my sleeper. I remember I picked that on the pod that didn't come out to win the chip. And I fuck with the Lakers, but that team's stacked if they healthy.
They are very stacked. Weirdly enough, I like that the Lakers got Pat Bev.
Yeah, I did hear, side note, that they still making moves on another podcast. So supposedly some more shit supposed to be coming down the pipeline. They said that Buddy Hield, Miles Turner shit looking more real and real as the days get closer.
I'd be pumped up. So John Wall basically has to sit out after he's at the peak of his career. He's got his Reebok shoe deal. He's got Wizards on fire. And then his mom dies and his grandma dies. I want to say one of them had COVID. Not sure. I think his mom died of cancer. Yeah. And he's basically saying he's sitting there watching her struggle to breathe and she dies.
Yeah.
And he said he got really depressed and thought about killing himself.
Yeah.
And it's weird for I don't want to say it's weird. It's uncommon because you hear Kevin Love, cool, people like that. Like I forget who, DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
So There's so much I could say to this.
Yeah. I mean, you're a millionaire, top tier athlete, parent dies, somebody has seen your life your whole life. That's probably one of the worst pains you'll ever go through in life.
You're a star already. He's a star.
Yeah,
At the point, John Wall's a star. He's hitting the
doesn't
Dougie.
have to ever bounce the basketball again.
Yeah,
in
he's
his
a
life.
fucking superstar, and he's slowly watching not his stardom fade, but his physical ability fade as he's trying to get back to healthy. That's enough to fuck somebody up in general. And then the two people that raise you, including your mom, dies of cancer. So you've got all these things. That
and the money that you got can't fix that.
You got all these things out of your control that you can't help.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do to save like that. Like I can't get healthy. I can't control if I'm getting injured or not. I just can't. And then my parents basically die. Yeah, who the fuck wouldn't feel defeated? Who the fuck wouldn't feel defeated? I love that he said it.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite players. You know that. I always said he was.
Oh yeah, for sure. You used to argue about him and Russ. Who was better?
Him and Chris Paul. I always pick John Wall. Definitely was fucked up to hear that. Even at that level, you could still be in that mind state. So, yeah, that just go to show money don't really do shit. As far as your mental state.
I love that John Wall said it.
Yeah, because it's not the cookie cutter guy. This is the guy that throws gang signs up on.
This is the guy that's getting in trouble for throwing up blood.
Yeah.
On the dawn. This fella's not pussy.
Nah.
At all. This is not a soft guy.
Nah.
This is not a soft guy by any limits. Like this is a motherfucker that will fuck you up. Like he will fuck you up and probably get in some other shit. Who knows? But like here's a fella that like you'd be more concerned about him killing you than killing himself.
Yeah. And for him to vocalize that to the masses was a big statement, and I think necessary for people to hear. Like everybody going through something.
Well, this is the destigmatization. I think that's the word of like people think like, yo, if you kill yourself or like you think about killing yourself, you're soft. Like that's a perception of a man. And here's a fucking brolic 6'5" guy who's had every success at every level and still saying, yo, like I'm a millionaire. I could fuck any girl in the world. I was getting ready to call this shit's quits at 30.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
Life a day, not the career. Life.
Yeah, I was ready to call my life a fucking day and check out because I couldn't mentally handle this shit.
But some people say it's supposed to be the best years of your life.
And it's like, it's very always interesting to me because people like, I'll talk, I'm pretty openly about depression and shit. So I'll talk to different people and like, I feel like a lot of like females' perceptions of what a fella is supposed to be with that type of shit isn't necessarily real. So when people like John Wall say it, it like puts it legitimizes it a bit. They'll go like, yo, you could be the toughest person in the fucking world.
Yeah.
The toughest person. Like the same way you could say like Mike Tyson went through similar shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You could be the toughest fucking person in the world and still hit your breaking point and go, all right, like this is enough's enough.
It's too much. I can't deal with this shit.
I can't deal with this shit.
I don't know if people gonna go into therapy or not, but just the fact knowing that he could say that vocally and in the public eye, not to maybe he's just his therapist, but let people know, like, yeah, these are thoughts I had, and letting people that know they're not alone when they have thoughts like that, man. Even people that you idolize and look up to can have those same kind of thoughts.
I was gonna say, I guarantee that was probably one of the tougher things for him to say.
For sure.
Come out publicly and do it, and that's why we raved about when Michael Beasley was doing it.
Yeah, it was a powerful episode. I would love to hear him talk more about it on an in-depth interview. But honestly, if he doesn't, he definitely did enough by just
100% just admitting it, saying it's a thing. It's like, the older I get and the more I talk to people I know is a lot of these motherfuckers that would run through a brick wall for you as a friend are getting ready to off themselves.
Yeah.
Just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And just go through it. Like there's a lot of fucking what you would consider macho fellas that are fucked right now. Been through some bad jaunts. And I like that it's starting to become like people don't necessarily have to like project this persona of like, yo, you're not like I'm tough enough to get through anything.
And even the part of being able to say it and also knowing that you overcame that feeling. And even if you didn't, knowing you was dealing with it, it humanizes people that people may look at as superheroes. And you're like, they are human just like you.
But buddy, you look at John Wall and you go, fuck, he lost his grandmom and his mom, and his mom basically died like right around him.
Watch that take that.
You get through that. You can get through some shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Motherfucker, you look at your superhero and go, he got through that. I could get through that shit.
Yeah.
Shit is, if there's one thing I've learned in life is time is fucking fluid and like shit passes.
Yeah.
Shit passes. You're not gonna be stuck in an emotion. You know how hard it would be to be stuck in one emotion?
It would be damn near impossible.
Damn near impossible.
Yeah.
Not gonna be sad forever. You might be sad for a couple weeks. Not gonna be sad forever.
Yeah.
Good for him. Yeah, good for him not getting overwhelmed by that. So shout out to John Wall. I love to see that.
Yeah.
That was dope. I was happy he said it. Yeah, the NBA's on the forefront with that shit, man. I really respect it.
They are. And I mean, even Aaron Rodgers talking about
yeah,
him.
that was good too.
Just on Joe Rogan talking about his experiences and how he tried ayahuasca and it showed him a different side of life. Just athletes, period. People that people deem to be heroes and godlike figures are showing their human side to people like, yo, we all go through shit, yo.
Yeah.
And letting people know this shit, it do get better. And letting people know that. That's the people want to hear from. They don't want to hear from their mom and dad sometimes. They don't want to hear from a friend sometimes. They want to look to somebody they idolize and hear that come out their mouth like, this shit do get better.
Yeah, you're talented. You're not a robot.
Yeah.
And it's always a shame when it's still like motherfuckers like, oh, like, damn, Heath Ledger was so talented. It's like, it's too late now. Robin Williams was so talented. It's too late now.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain, like all these different guys where it's like, yeah, like I'm glad that people are starting to just overly say it now. Like, yeah, like, yeah, we're fucked up.
Definitely needs to be heard. And the amount of support you get after it is probably overwhelming support and shit you do want to hear. Maybe not in that moment, but there is a time and place for people to hear the shit, the praises like, nah, we love you, John Wall. Nah, we love you, so-and-so, whoever gets we love you, Kevin Love. We love you, Aaron Rodgers. We love you, DeMar DeRozan. Like, know that they can hear that and it not be after the fact when it's like, fuck, we ain't say nothing to him.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
a
big deal.
To backtrack a little bit of statement, I didn't mean it this way, but if it came across this way, DeMar DeRozan's similar in that way too. Like DeMar DeRozan's from fucking what, Compton? Long Beach? Compton. Yeah, like these aren't soft guys by any means.
Nah.
Like these guys have been through the fucking mud.
Yeah. Talk about it in depth. That's the part I love.
Get to the mud and like have this high peak of success and still be at that breaking point of saying, yo, I want to end it all. Mm-hmm. I think that's empowering to a lot of like young men.
Yeah, just knowing that somebody they look up to or want to be like is going through the same.
And I always say, I think the highest suicide rate is men 16 to 25. So it's very empowering to hear an athlete go, yeah, I almost fucking killed myself over this. Yeah, but I didn't, and shit got better.
Definitely shit that needs to be heard. Definitely a positive message to people that is going through things.
And the full circle this is why we're kind of hard on when people come out and fucking shame Lizzo.
Yeah, because if she do kill herself, then what?
Then shut the fuck up. Here's a girl that's been obese probably her whole life, had to struggle with that growing up, and she finally. It's not easy for a girl that looks like Lizzo. She's a pretty girl. I don't want to body shame her or not. But it's not easy for a girl like Lizzo to break in the pop industry.
Right, at all. It's not even common. You can't name another one as far as the message that she's putting out or embracing her lifestyle. Like
Lizzo's got a lot against her. There's not too many black pop stars in general.
Nah.
An overweight 30-year-old black pop star.
Yeah.
Hats off to fucking Lizzo.
She's been doing this shit for years and didn't crack and still got her way in.
Hats off to her. Like that's where you just go, shut the fuck up. But Jesus Christ, don't we want to empower the women?
Yeah,
that's what we want to do, right? Man. To go on a more lighter note, I had a listener question. They said, how do we feel about I'll group this with another question or experience I had is how do we feel about partners going through partners' phones, your spouse's phones? And I had an interesting one with this as well. Is there any point you share your location with your girl?
I haven't done it, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. I feel like, especially if I was somewhere where I don't know where the fuck I'm at type shit, I would never be opposed to that because I'm big on the safety shit, making sure everybody's safe. So If I don't know, yo, here's where I'm at. If you really want to know, like I don't give a like I'm not out here doing nothing salacious. So here,
And what about if she wants to go through your phone?
I think that's on a request basis. Like it ain't like because I mean your phone at the end of the day, it you could say yes for your somebody could say yeah, oh you must be sneaking if you don't want nobody to go through your phone, but it's more than just sneaky shit in your phone. It's your intimate conversations with family members, intimate conversations with friends, information they may be sharing with you, information your
Shit,
friends and family
I
may
don't
be
want your
sharing.
girl to go through our text messages.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't want people going
Not
through
because we
your
talking
personal
about bitches. I might be having a fucking anxiety attack. I don't want your girl to like damn,
Right.
girl's a freak.
And it's not even the crazy, like you said, it's not even the no wild shit. It's just like personal shit that you wouldn't want nobody to see. And you know, you got relationships with certain people. You don't want, especially somebody like I feel like I'm a person that can hold some information down. Like I'm not letting the cat out the bag. So I don't. It's not even a. I don't think it's a sneaky thing. I feel like if somebody pressing you and you feel like that's what has to happen, then cool. I mean, if you with it, you with it. If you're not, you're not. But it's like a fucking laptop. It's your fucking personal laptop.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
your life is in your laptop. Your life is in your phone. It's like somebody putting a key to your brain and opening it. Your thoughts all in it. Like it's more than a trust thing as far as going through somebody's phone. I get it if you feel like you got suspicion or something. And but how dumb do you feel when you do go through it and there's nothing in there? Why that bring up the question of like, okay, so what now? Like what you get out of that?
I agree. Yeah, I'm like, 'cause I hold a lot of secrets for people, so it's like, yo, like I'm not. You go on my phone, you're not gonna find me like especially if I'm like exclusively dating or whatnot. You're not gonna find me courting a bunch of women.
Right.
What you're not about to do is go through me and my man's conversation. He's asking if I think he should go to rehab, or like somebody saying they might relapse on this, or somebody's sad and like.
Even I'm thinking about killing. Like, how could that conversation go? And then you got to see this person, knowing, and you're not telling me because you went through it. So it's like you holding a thought in your head, and you know what somebody else going through, and then you looking at them a certain way, and they like, why they giving me this weird energy? The whole time they know what your personal business is. It's a double-sided thing with it. I get it. The urge to want to go through somebody's phone, I feel like is probably a natural thing in a relationship for some people, but as far as it's just an intimate thing to go through, like an intimate conversation you're having with a parent, it could be something that's bothering the parent. It's just a lot that could go on. I honestly get it, the wanting to do that, because you do want to know everything about your significant other. So I don't think it's an unnatural feeling, but just know what come with it when it does happen. Like the information you may find out about not even just the person's phones you're going through, but who they are communicating with.
I would say like if you want to go through my phone, you can. I would let you.
Yeah.
If you want me to share a location, I would let you. I wouldn't care. Yeah. All right, let me walk that back. I would let you. After the fact,
you're gonna look at them different.
It would damage our relationship.
It is naturally, and it's not even a sour thing. It's just like a natural feeling, like you went through my shit, and like I said, you find nothing.
Yeah, so you don't trust me.
So there go the question: What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? You don't trust me.
Yeah.
You don't trust me. The fact that I need, unless I gave you a reason, I like don't get it fucked up. If I cheated on you or something, you want the location fair. I'll give you that reassurance. If I gave you no reason to not trust me and you don't trust me, then we got an issue.
Yeah,
we got a problem here.
Yeah, and I get it. It may not even be a trust thing. Sometimes it may just be a curiosity thing. Like, what you doing? I'm not mad at that.
Nope.
I think it's more so just if the trust ain't there, then that's different. You want to go through something together. Don't be mad if I go past something and why can't I go in there? Because there's something in there. Well, let me see. Nah, and then you crack and be like, all right, go ahead. And then you see what you didn't want them to see, and then they just look at you stuck like, I didn't need to see that. Then it's like, what the fuck did we really do?
You just breached our trust. You don't trust me. What are we? Why are we in a relationship?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I do get it because curiosity is a motherfucker, but
I'm big on reassurance.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like I understand why you would need reassurance, but if I don't give you the reason to say I'm out here being on sneaky, then don't assume it.
Yeah, and that's even more fucked up. Sometimes they may think you may doing everything right, and it may be looking too good. Like, nah, this shit too
What's
smooth.
the catch?
Yeah, this shit too
What's the
smooth.
catch?
What would be happening?
What's
And
the
then
catch there?
yeah, it's a slippery slope. I definitely get it. The wanting to go through somebody's phone, but I mean, just don't think everything gonna be smooth afterwards. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but don't be surprised if it's not.
Yeah. Random thoughts? Wrap it up.
Yeah, we could do random thoughts. LeBron and his kids was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Nice.
I thought that was some dope shit. LeBron said he want to play with both his sons now.
You think he's putting too much pressure on them by saying that?
No, I think they're gonna get drafted just off the strength of the name. I mean,
Fair enough.
you got LeBron James out there. He's talking about he eyeing that free agency market of when Bronny get drafted and when Bryce is drafted. So I think it's fire. If you got the pool to get your kids in the league, nepotism at its finest.
I'm fine with that.
Rock out. And you get LeBron James, and you know you're gonna sell out arenas. Cool. Do it. I think it's some dope shit, man. I think it's what people do all the time. Rich people do it all the time. They get they children in businesses, companies, whatever it is that they killing. And if you get in off the strength of that, it is what it is. If you feel like you better than a child, they'll take his fucking job.
I'm kind of surprised that LaMelo doesn't have the pool to get LiAngelo on the Hornets.
I feel like he's trying. He got him on the G League team, but
Yeah.
I mean, it do seem like if Giannis could do it,
Yeah.
LaMelo could do it.
Yeah, it feels like LiAngelo plays well enough when he gets in the G League that he should be on.
Sure sometime we will see him sitting at the end of the bench. That'll be some cool shit.
Yeah, I
I
assume
wouldn't be
so.
surprised if all three of them end up on the same team, honestly.
Yeah, that would be sick. Random thought. I don't have anything crazy this week. I guess my random thought would be that there's a very negative stigma with homeless people, regardless of where you go in the country, and it's a little nasty to me.
What you mean?
Just like how people like are so quick to look down on the homeless, and like if you really like are around the homeless at all for more than like the 5 seconds you walk by them, a lot of them motherfuckers is talking to themselves, doing all like natural mental illness.
Yeah.
Like natural, like you could tell it's obvious.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, maybe they're addicts, maybe they're like whatever, but like that addiction didn't come from anywhere for the most part.
Yeah. On my way back today, I did see a homeless dude literally talking to himself, just like you said, and I'm just like, damn, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up. I was in Austin. I was getting some of the 7-Eleven. I was sitting there texting and shit, and there's two homeless fellas talking. Well, not talking. One of them was looking away, and the other one was like doing like a whole sermon, but he was talking to the sky, like basically like saying God's will and shit. And I'm like, that's fucked up, yo.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
You do want to help and save everybody. You know you can't, but it is a fucked up feeling when you just like, damn, I can't even do nothing for you, bro. I could give you $1,000. I don't know what it would do for you, honestly.
Yeah, and it's 99 degrees out.
Yeah. Golly, I ain't even think about that. Yeah.
It's 99 degrees out. And these motherfuckers, and I'm thinking like, yo, when's the last time they had water? How the fuck did they find meals?
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers just sleeping on the corner.
Shit,
that's a brutal life, dog.
Yeah, that
is a brutal fucking life. Yeah, so I guess random thought would be like, in a country of privilege, like there's a complete lack of empathy in our country as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, earlier when we was talking about politics, look what the fuck we beefing about, and we can't even take care of the motherfuckers sitting on the curb that literally have no idea what they doing tomorrow.
No resources at all. We do not give a fuck.
Nah, in the grand scheme, we don't.
Shit's nasty. I wish we were still doing songs of the week, but copyright infringement's been fucking us up.
Yeah, they fucking hating on us, man.
So that's another week of views from the chair. I'm thinking Dex hit me and said, "What do you think about views from 30 now that you guys are 30?" I said, maybe we could do something like that. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to put our minds together. But yeah, it's another good week, another good John. We really zoomed through like 30 topics this week.
Yeah. Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Till next time.
Next week.